Hello and welcome back, all my Dragon Ball Theorist. If you have been following the Dragon Ball Super Manga, you know all about this guy. He's not your typical villain where you can charge up a massive energy attack and obliterate him down to the last molecule, sending him into the afterlife. Moro is ancient but incredibly troublesome because of his magic and techniques, so power alone won't take down this enemy. Does that mean Beerus would suffer the same fate that happened to Goku and Vegeta? Was Moro accurate in his assessment that only the great Lord of Lords stood in his way since he stole his abilities? I imagine Moro is well aware of the god hierarchy since he battled the guys 10 million years ago. Surely Moro must know about the god of destructions and Lord Beerus. So is there a reason why Whis hasn't told Beerus about Moro? Why he has gone alone to see his father to inquire about angel laws? Is Whis protecting his god of destruction and seeking guidance on who this mysterious angel is and what part he plays in all of this? We have a lot of exciting development in the Galactic Patrol arc, and maybe when Whis finishes his visit with the Grand Priest, it will finally be time for Beerus to get involved, for him to complete his training with Whis in order to make sure that no villain or mortal is a threat to his throne. The balance of Universe 7 must be restored, so in this video, let's dive into Whis' motives and why he has quietly been moving behind the scenes, and is it finally time for Beerus to get serious with his training? I don't think we can fault Lord Beerus for his lazy ways. After all, it's in his nature to take long cat naps spanning decades at a time, so Beerus is definitely an interesting god of destruction to say the least, and one reason why Universe 7 has been, as the Grand Priest states, a restless one. Beerus is content on allowing mortals to do his job for him. The fact is, Beerus fits perfectly into this organized chaos in a way because he told Whis, "I barely have to lift a finger here in Universe 7, since every so often, some planet buster will come along and do my job for me," which allows the Lord of Destruction to kill time or sleep while mortals are fulfilling this task for him. However, there is also another main reason why he can comfortably allow this to happen. It's the fact that Beerus has never been challenged. He isn't just a god of destruction, he is one, if not the strongest god, which we saw in the manga when fighting against all of them. The other gods all have a grudge against Beerus and decide to all attack him at once, but he maintains his confidence and is easily evading all of them. Goku is impressed, and we saw a glimpse here of what Ultra Instinct looks like, that Beerus' body can sense attacks and can make decisions to dodge them. Of course they eventually caught him, and Whis says even Lord Beerus isn't perfect, but it was a demonstration of why he is so confident and also lazy. Sometimes when you have all this power and potential, there is no real reason to train or take things seriously. We have seen a perfect example of this in the resurrection of Frieza. He was just born with incredible, unmatched power to set out and conquer the universe. There was never a reason for Frieza to train or attain more power because he was at the top of the food chain. No one was even close to his power level until the first Super Saiyan was born and Goku defeated him. So it wasn't until his resurrection that Frieza decided to train for the first time and attain his golden form to rival Goku and seek his revenge. It's pretty crazy to imagine Frieza was so powerful without any training, but that just goes to show you how boring it can be when nothing is a threat. Pretty much where Beerus has been for millions of years as the ruling god of destruction. Although times are changing, and that was the entire premise that Dragon Ball Super was based on as we kicked off the series with Battle of the Gods. Beerus was hoping for a rival, someone to challenge him, which is why he woke up from his slumber. Goku did ascend to a Super Saiyan god to meet the prophecy of the Oracle Fish, except as we know, Beerus wasn't using anywhere near his full power in that fight and was just testing Goku. However, as the show went on, it is now evident that even mortals can surprise Beerus with their power, that these mortals would continue to push each other to higher and higher heights when everything is at stake, even attaining a power that is difficult for a god of destruction to master. All the gods stood as mastered Ultra Instinct Goku fought against Jiren, and Beerus with an almost jealous admiration states, "What an incredible guy Goku is." He is relieved that Goku is on his side, but he still isn't a threat to Beerus. I mean, Goku isn't a threatening type, and there have been countless debates on what it is like when Beerus goes 100% full power, which I have dived into and stated in my video on the topic that Toriyama wanted to always keep Beerus as a carrot on a stick for Goku and Vegeta. Something for them to chase after but still be held in check some when Beerus showed his serious side. If this trend is going to continue though, and we now have questionably an even better god of destruction in Moro doing Beerus' job for him, you have to imagine that his reign as acting god of destruction is in jeopardy in this chaotic universe that Beerus let spin out of control. Which leads us to Whis talking to his father at Zeno's palace without Beerus. Since we started monitoring this situation with Moro, he hasn't told Beerus any details about it. He only said that Planet Namek was dying to see if Beerus would fulfill his job as God of Destruction. Whis left out the important details that Goku and Vegeta were defeated by Moro, since he is still trying to get Lord Beerus to be a suitable god. Then after the Tournament of Power, where Universe 7 had to compete in because of its low mortal level, you would think that Beerus and the Supreme Kai would be doing everything in their power now to cultivate their universe so it doesn't happen again. Except at this time, in front of the Grand Priest, Whis takes full responsibility and states how he is deeply ashamed for the current state of Universe 7. So what happens next could be very interesting in this upcoming month's chapter. Yes, the main focus now about Whis' visit is Angels and why is one training Goku Ultra Instinct, except when Whis returns home and Beerus asks where he has been, this will be something that terrifies him. We all know how much Zeno strikes fear into his heart, and learning that Whis was at his palace would send him into a frenzy. It will be now that Whis tells him of Moro and the angel Maris and everything that has transpired. Anger now flows through the god of destruction as he screams at Whis, "Why didn't you tell me everything that was going on?" To which Whis mildly responds, "Well, you told me that you didn't care and wanted to fish." I could imagine Beerus boiling over with frustration and outrage because he only thought a planet was dying, not that the universe was in peril. So now he asks Whis, what did the Grand Priest say? This is where I imagine that the Grand Priest, after talking about the angel situation, would tell Whis to remind his god of destruction that his position in that role isn't permanent. Just as Zeno a long time ago threatened him and Champa after the tournament, asking if he should find replacements for them as gods. Beerus, frightened by Whis' message to him, says, "Fine, let's deal with this Moro. I will take care of him." Whis then tells Beerus something that he has never heard before. He states that we can't do that. "Why not, Whis? I command you to take me to Moro." Beerus yells, "I thought you wanted me to handle more in the universe, so I will do just that." This is where Whis informs him that as he is now, he probably would lose, that Moro is a very unique individual and he would likely end up with his energy being absorbed, just like Goku and Vegeta, making him way too powerful, that both Goku and Vegeta are now training to try and defeat him. Perhaps if you actually trained with all your potential, you would be ready for this task. So Lord Beerus, as your guide, I can't let you rush into this situation, making it worse. Perhaps this is a fight you should stay out of. An infuriated Beerus says, "Fine, then train me to deal with threats like Moro. I will complete my training, and if Goku and Vegeta can't take care of this wizard, then I will erase him myself." I think a lot of us would love to see Beerus get involved or eventually Whis fight, and perhaps with the angel situation, that is something that could happen coming up. Except for now, I don't think Whis or Beerus will get involved, and yet again, it will be up to the mortals to save their universe. With that said though, I really like this idea that with a god as strong as Beerus, despite being very lazy and not training, that there would be a reason for him to be worried of losing his position as god of destruction of Universe 7. That there is a threat that mortals like Moro could rise up and be placed in his position, which means for the first time since probably he took his role as a destroyer god, Beerus would have to get serious and train with Whis to gain new power, to finish his training, to make sure no one ever rises up against him and threatens his role as God of Destruction of Universe 7. Well, that is just my story on the upcoming situation in Dragon Ball Super Manga, where Beerus is going to have to find out about Moro at some point. This also creates a situation to keep him relevant in the series, since he is such an important part of it. Now it looks like there are difficult times ahead for everyone, not just the mortals in Universe 7, and I can't wait to hear the conclusion of the conversation that Whis has with his father. So do you think Whis has secretly been protecting Beerus in this situation and wants him to train again to become a better god? If Beerus does get serious and finishes his training with Whis, how powerful do you think he would be? I always love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. I really wanted to get this video out a couple days ago, but I needed to take some time off to work on this story and some future video ideas. So I know it's been a week since my last upload, which is why when I do take time off to work on projects, that you turn on that notification bell so that way you never miss content on this channel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it and smash that like button. And please check out videos like this one in my Deep Information and Stories playlist. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to keep those theories coming.